Hi Taurus, welcome to the new moon in Capricorn, full moon in Capricorn reading for June 22nd, 2024. Full moons close out cycles. The reading that this direction is going in is the number 6 energy, fragmented energy. Number 6 brings balance, so hopefully you're bringing balance to some fragmented energy during this time. Full moons are closing out cycles. Maybe we're closing out the cycle of fragmented energy here. So you could kind of be feeling like you're pushing against the tide, and a fragmented energy, right? The pieces are all over the place. We kind of feel like we need to pull things together. It can be a split in your energy or your attention, right? You're doing 1,000 different things. And so, again, you feel like you kind of want to pull things together. You may have a lot to do or a lot of tasks and personal work. You may be multitasking at this time. Life can feel a little frantic at this time. And so this card asks you to balance your energy, slow down, reduce the have-tos, right? Give yourself a break. The idea here is not to get agitated with all the things that you have to do. The other meaning of this card, though, means that you may have a lot of options to consider for some future project, and or perhaps you have a lot of good ideas, but it's not pulled together. It's not cohesive just yet. So this card may be asking you to make some very specific choices or set up a plan to bring things back into balance. So that's what the direction of this reading, fragmented energy. And let's see where we're going with this. So like I said, full moons close out cycles. Now, the way I'm reading is I'm helping you to navigate through the next 2 weeks, through this full moon period. The cards can predict stuff, but it's near impossible to predict for everyone what's going on in their life, right? This is general reading. And so for me, I think it's more helpful to help you to navigate your own situation. Because the wisdom of the cards have something for everybody. There's something to take away. I can look at other readers on YouTube, and some weeks or months they can be spot on, and then the next time I listen, it doesn't apply to me at all. So I think for me, it's just more productive in helping you to navigate your own situation, and the cards can definitely do that. So the first column is where you find yourself at the time of the full moon, or if you are finishing up a cycle, finishing up a situation, closing it out, you would find that here in this column. Oh, there's definite endings here with that Ten of Swords. Okay. The center column is you, what you're doing, what you're thinking, how you're feeling. It represents you and how you're dealing with this particular situation. That's definitely the multitasking card. Okay, you got a lot of swords here, so that's a lot of mental energy, but it's also action. 2 twos. And then the last column is probable outcome. Very, very nice. Probable because there are things that we must experience because we have chosen to. However, we watch tarot readings to get information, and so if you are informed, you may be able to change the situation. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes we're meant to have experiences, always for our growth, though. Okay, though it may not seem so at the time. All right, let's have a look here. Now, 2 twos telling me we've got duality, choices, partnerships, but definitely this or that, right? And here, this is even a card of choices, making choices. And you have 3 swords. two pentacles. Pentacles are the things of the earth, right? So finances, but also your physical energy, what you're doing physically. Okay. But I'll tell you, it looks really good. I do think you pull it all together. There's some, so this is the moon in Libra, the Two of Swords. And again, this card is Libra can see both sides of a situation, so it can make it very difficult for them sometimes to make a choice. And this card says, do not negate the heart. Now, we are in a lot of mental energy here, and so the choice has to include how you feel about something or your intuition, right? The heart. What does the heart want? It has to have, we have to be aligned with both of the faculties, both our mental faculty and our emotional faculties. The card mentions, however, and the wisdom of the card is actually just make a choice, because no matter what choice you make, you will always come across challenges and rewards. It's just comes with any decision that we make, comes with any scenario that we're going through. But it can be a difficult decision. I always think of this as a scissor, right? So it's cutting something off in favor of something else. Once you do that, however, because this is a card of, we're looking for peace of mind here, basically, right? So with this card, we kind of get that. It is the end of difficult mental situations. And number 10 is the end of a situation while simultaneously beginning something new. And 2 2s are definitely at the beginning of a cycle. So we are starting a new cycle somehow. Even though here I feel like the fragmented energy, you're in the middle of something because it's number 6, right? Or we're bringing balance to a situation. But the 10 of Swords is very, your perspective is really important with this card, because this can be the end of a very difficult day and a lot of struggle, but it can also be the beginning or the dawning of something better. And it can be both, but your perspective is really important here. This, whatever you're doing, multitasking, whatever, can actually be physically exhausting for some of you with that 10 of Swords. And again, we're kind of looking for peace of mind. Swords are mental activity. Now we're having some pentacle again, right? So financial or the physical, our work, what we actually are physically doing. And the 7 of Pentacles is a very reflective card. We are reflecting back on probably a very difficult situation, but also choices maybe that we've made or that we need to make, and changes that we may need to make. For me, this is very much an editing card. This is the harvest that we have grown from the last cycle or the last situation. And we kind of get to reflect and look upon what it is that we created, grew, whatever, and edit it. Okay, so I grew beans. I really don't like beans, so the next time I'm going to do snap peas. It's that kind of energy. But there is this kind of feeling, and again, how do you wait, right? This is sort of a waiting for your harvest, or for everything to kind of ripen. How do you wait? It's the same, kind of gives you the same reflective energy of what is my perspective here? Is it a hard wait? Is it something where we know in time this will ripen and, we'll have our harvest? Because it's a lot of mental energy for me. And so I think that you're in your head quite a bit. You're thinking quite a bit. And I do feel somebody may have headaches. It's very often that this is backaches, but for me, I'm kind of getting headaches. Maybe somebody's dealing with some migraine or head problems. We're in our head very, very much here. And again, fragmented energy. Everything's not coming together just yet. However, it will. I see that over there. So this is kind of what we're dealing with. I like the fact that this is closing out here, this Ten of Swords. It's the end of a difficult mental situation. And so I do think you do make that decision. I do see you editing, that sort of thing. And I see that because also you are behaving like a Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is ready to wield these swords. She, in another deck that I have, she has a man's severed head in her hands. And so she can cut, I don't want to say easily because it comes with a lot of mental anguish or a lot of mental work, the Queen of Swords. But she is a critical thinker. She has a critical mind, and she has a sharp sword, and she's not afraid to use it. I feel like you're bringing refinement to a situation as well. Now, this is the multitasking card, the Two of Pentacles. And so we can be a couple of things here because we do have finances. We may be moving money around, maybe from one account to another, for whatever project we're trying to kind of bring together here, if it is a project for some people. But it can also be balancing out our physical energy, right? I won't go to the gym today so that I can work on my proposal this evening. We're kind of like taking our energy reserves from one situation, moving it to another with the Two of Pentacles. But it can also be actual finances. It can actually be like I'm moving monies from one account to another, that kind of energy. But it is the multitasking card, so we're trying to keep all the balls up in the air here. With the Two of Pentacles, this card actually asks you to do it with a lighter heart, make play of it. I'm not sure the Queen of Swords can do that. I think that's a difficult thing for her. She's sometimes when she's in this mode of decision making, she can be quite serious, or very much in her head. However, this may be also that you need to take a little time out to play. Yeah, see the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is letting a thought get away from you. Maybe we're really worried about something here. And we are kind of being asked to lighten up a little bit, if possible, right? If possible. The Nine of Swords is asking you as well to get out of your head because there is way too much mental energy. But I do see you doing that, if possible, right? Obviously, sometimes it's just not possible. But the Nine of Swords, again, asks you that once you get a thought in your head, it may or may not be true, but the idea here is not to dwell on it too much, not to let a thought go over and over and over in your head. If you have to make a lot of plans, it can be a good idea for you to have a book beside your bed or something, because this is obviously somebody who's in bed, so you may be dealing with some sleepless nights. I kind of really feel like I want to close my eyes doing this reading, and so I don't know, maybe somebody's having problems with their eyes or migraine or that sort of thing again. And drink plenty of fluids, I want to say here. Water, especially and in particular. But this card asks you to, if you're too much in your head, the best way to get out of your thought that keeps going over and over and over in your mind, true or not, is to go do something physical. And I think that's even reflected here in the Two of Pentacles. Now, to be honest with you, juggling is an excellent exercise because it engages the brain and your physical body. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, it's really important for you to get out of your head. And so even if you were to just, you don't have to learn to juggle, but doing it removes you from the thought. So doing something physical is a really good way to get out of your head. And you have some difficult, the swords suit is not the easiest one out of all of them. I think the water and the air, right? The cups and the swords are two more difficult energies, but this is a very mental energy, and I think it can take a lot out of you if you're not careful. Okay. However, all that work, all that hard thinking, you have something wonderful to offer, or you receive an offer with that Knight of Pentacles. And this may be something sometime in the summer. You can be very much in the limelight. The Sun card is also a healing card, so if you're feeling unwell, healing comes your way. But that Knight of Pentacles is something very firm being offered, or you're offering, and it can be coming this way, so it's going out. So you may be doing the offering. However, some of you may be receiving an offer, but what you have to offer is very firm. It's not going anywhere. Timing is of the essence here. I do have the Sun with that, so this can be any time in the summer, and the summer is starting the 21st. So for us on this side of the world, but in any case, that can give an indication that there's healing. There's, for me, it feels like there's sort of a freedom, like the burden is lifted once you have that thing to offer, or once you receive an offer, and you can feel light again. You can feel playful. You can feel social. There can be a nice healing. I really do feel like somebody's getting headaches, though. My head is pounding with this reading. So, or there's tension. There's just a lot of tension in my head, and a little bit of confusion. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say confusion. I don't quite see that, but I do feel like there's just a overthinking. That's kind of where I want to go here. But the outcome is fantastic. Really, really good. Queen of Wands. So you can be dealing with, perhaps you're offering or you're receiving an offer from a Queen of Wands. Now this is somebody who's long in features. So she can have a long face, long eyes, long hands, a long chin, a long nose. Not pointy, but long. This is my Leo card, which goes very nicely with the Sun, because Leo is the Sun King. And this represents August, and I was kind of getting the energy of August here with the Sun. So perhaps late summer is where everything kind of congeals and comes together, or you're ready to offer, or you're ready to receive that offer. The Queen of Wands is magical. This is a very good person to get involved in a project with, or they are really good at manifesting. The Leo female, or that energy. Leo is a very outgoing solar energy, right? So the solar plexus, your willpower. But because it's the Queen, it's a very feminine, passive, or receptive energy, rather, not passive, but receptive. And so you have those two energies, right? The outgoing solar energy as well as the receptive female energy, and that is magic. That is manifestation. These can be very good friends, but these are creative people. They may have creative solutions, and they have the passion and the energy to make it happen. So I really like this person in this situation for you. Nice, really nice. Things come together. What does Spirit want you to know? Dignity. Hold your head up high and know that the universe, it says unicorns, but universe are supporting you. So you are being supported right now. Dignity. I don't really see anybody. You may be doing it to yourself, to be honest with you. I don't see anybody here who's chastising you, but because you are the Queen of Swords, or you're behaving like that, maybe you're being a little bit hard on yourself. So be a little more gentle to yourself here, Taurus. I do hope this has been helpful. I will return in 2 weeks with a new moon reading. Thank you for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.